Alright, in this video what we're going to do now is that we're going to add some more features and demonstrate how we can resize the height of data tables and control how the height is being displayed. So let's go and check out the example index. So in the example index there is under basic initialization we have a scroll vertical, which can show you where to decide how the height of the table should be, and you can see that there are some extra configuration on the JavaScript. Scroll Y is like saying scroll on the y-axis, which is the vertical axis, and it has been assigned to 200 pixels. And then there's scroll collapse that is assigned to true, and then paging is assigned to false. So let's apply these fields, and so we're gonna copy these fields, and then I'm gonna paste it in the main.js. Let's get rid of these other ones. So I'm gonna paste it over here. And let's review what we have. Scroll Y is to scroll the table vertically, and it should have the height of 200 pixels. Scroll collapse says true, which means that the table should show whatever you have at the point of scrolling the rows. Don't worry, when I run it, I'm gonna say I don't know how to explain that. Then paging false means we are not going to have pagination. So let's go over and check it out. So I'm going to go over to our example and then refresh, and you can see what I was talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 rows visible at any particular point in time while you're scrolling, and the heading of the table is not scrolling, and there is no pagination, so you can move to page 2, page 3, page 4. There's no such thing like that. Everything is just one single page, and you just simply have to scroll through this stuff. So so that's it with scrolling, and there are other scrolling examples which I saw and I wish to demonstrate. The one that has a vertical dynamic height. Let's check out what we have over there. In this particular example, they have demonstrated, let's read what we have here. It's always important to read what you have here. So it said this example shows a vertically scrolling data table that makes use of the CSS3 VH unit in order to dynamically resize the viewport based on the browser window height. The VH unit is effectively a percentage of the browser window height. So the 50 VH used in this example is 50% of the window height. The viewport size will update dynamically as the window is resized. A relatively modern browser is required for VH units to operate correctly. IE 9 Plus supports the VH unit and all other evergreen browsers. That is Internet Explorer 9. So I believe you all understand what they are saying there. That's the vertical percentage height, or the percentage of the vertical height. So that's what they are saying. They talk about in VH units, and is a feature in CSS3. So you can see this example, and they have used 50% of the height of my browser window. I believe you can see the height of my browser window, and you can deduce that the height of this table is like 50% of the entire browser window. All right. I mean, if I drop it over here, you should be able to see that is about half of what we have in terms of the height of the browser window. So that's what they added here. Scroll Y is 50 VH, and scroll collapse is true, then paging is false. So if we copy that, okay, and then we take it over to our example, and then modify it, get rid of what we have here, and then paste, and then save this, and then when we go over and and refresh our example, you should be able to see that we have 50% of the table's height, 50% of the browser height has taken the table has taken 50% of the browser height. So if we resize this browser's height, like I'm gonna resize the height now, you can see how the height is also dynamically shifting. So that's a feature of responsive design, and it has also been applied to DataTable. So that's it with the height. Let's take a look at some other features. You can also scroll horizontal. So you can see in this example, this table has some columns that are not displayed. Okay, so you can scroll to the left and to the right, and so that's what they're demonstrating. And in our own table, all the columns are displayed. But what if we don't want to display all the columns at the same time? We just want to display, let's say, like 3 columns, and hide some other columns because we need some extra spaces in our web page to add some other features, something like that. So this feature can help in such a situation. Now let's check it out what we have over there. So we have hash example.datatable scroll x is true, and I believe they've added some information on the CSS which we can also make use of. The width is 800 pixels and the margin 0 and auto. So we can apply that, and let's see some changes if there's any in the HTML. There isn't. So let's apply those 3 features. So I'm gonna copy this is the only feature that has been added. Then I'll go over to NetBeans. Then I remove these fields and add the scroll x true. Then I'll go over to the HTML, and we need to add some custom CSS here. So I'm gonna declare some style tags, and then I'm gonna go over to their code and grab this div DataTables wrapper and specify the width and those properties that we have over there in the inline style that we're gonna have over here. Let me indent this code properly. Here we go. So I believe that's it. So let's check it out and see if we're on the right track. So yeah, you can see that worked, and actually it didn't hide some of the columns because in my own example I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns to display, while in their own example they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns to display. So the number of my columns is less than that, and it is able to fit into the width that I gave it. However, if I had more columns than what we have here, then probably it should have scrolled the way they have theirs. Or I can go ahead and demonstrate that to you by copying the HTML code that we have here, which I'm highlighting and scrolling to copy. Oops. Alright, so here we go. So that's the HTML code. Then I'll replace my own HTML code, which is the entire table only, with theirs. And I've got to indent this stuff. So here we go, and I was just collapsing it so that I can easily indent all at once. So we've had enough of a lot of columns now and a lot of data. So let's check out how that could fit in our own example and see if we are gonna get exactly what they got. So you can see there is a horizontal scroll bar. So like I told you, more columns gives you more width, and then if the width has been specified like we did in our example using CSS, then you should be able to have a horizontal scroll bar to scroll horizontally from left to right to see other information, so that you can make use of the spaces in between to display some other stuff in your web page. So that is it for scrolling and height features in this video tutorial. So we're going to stop there for now, and then on the next video tutorial we're going to do something else, which is still to investigate some other extra features which I would like to show you. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this informative. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you on the next video.